are watching the Hog Zone.
Hello, gentlemen. This is the Hog Zone, and this is my Christmas special. I do this every year. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you all sending in your trophy pictures and all the video clips. It's really cool, you know. Now I'm going to flap my jaw like I always do, and there's a reason why I do flap my jaw. They say when you build a house, everything depends on your foundation, which is very true. If you have a crappy foundation, your house is going to be wonky. So just keep that in mind, that your foundation is very important. Now a lot of people will talk about change. They'll say change is good. Well, if you lose your job, you don't really think change is good, do you? It kind of sucks. But change is just change. It's really nothing. What's important is how you deal with that change. You know, you got to make changes. You got to sit down, you got to reprioritize, and you got to move in a different direction. That's what's important. And then later on down the road, you'll find out whether you made the right decisions to move in a certain direction. You know, to deal with the circumstances that's going on. Change is going to happen. There ain't nothing you can do about it. It's coming, and you just got to deal with it. Now, about 3 years ago, I lost my deer lease. Really not a big deal overall. It ain't going to change the world, you know. Not a big deal. But I thought everything was perfect. I mean, I was killing hogs, having a great time. But I had to sit down when I lost my deer lease. I had to sit down and reprioritize why I was going hunting, money, life, time, priorities, whatever. And I prioritized those, and then I looked around and I said, where can I go from here? And that's why I wound up in the kayak fishing. Because at the end of the day, the important stuff is camp time. You know, yeah, I like killing hogs, but that was just the benefit of being out there for camp time. It was something to do. I mean, how long does it take to kill a hog? It takes about 10 seconds to shoot one. You're done. The rest of the time is hanging out in camp, you know, smack talking and all that type of thing. That's what I was after.
Hey guys, this is Bo out here, Jolly St. Nick, and we'd like to wish everybody out there in Texas and around the Hog Zone all over the United States Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Combat Archery out here at Lawrence, Kansas, 4-wheel drive ranch. Hog Zone!
Wishing you a Merry Christmas from the Hog Zone.
There's a little bit of difference between hunting and fishing. The fishing, mostly I go down, I fish for the day, have a great time, come home. But there's no camp time. So it's different in that respect. Hopefully next year, I'm going to do longer trips and I'll get that camp time back. That was my ultimate goal. But regardless, the kayak fishing is a blast. Every day, I'm liking it more and more and more. And it, you know, the hunting part, that comes. It just comes as it comes. I go on a few trips a year now, and hey, it's all good. Y'all, I'm old enough. I've been around quite a while. I'm an OG. That's what my kids are starting to call me, which is actually kind of funny. But the deal is believe it or not, my entire life I've spent in deer camp. You know, a lot of my memories are deer camp around the campfire, meeting people, all this good stuff. I mean, I actually knew a guy that fought in World War I. I got family members that fought in World War II, still alive. You got Korea, met guys from that, Vietnam, first Iraq War, and Iraq and Afghanistan that's going on, still today. So there's a long history there, and a lot of that history's in this garage, believe it or not. That's why I decided to do my little Christmas thing here in the garage. Now y'all, being in all those campgrounds and campfires and talking and hanging out with buddies and stuff, it's kind of like a foundation for me. All the people that were there, all the different people you meet, it's a wealth of information. Just think about it. You're in hunting camp, your buddies around, you know. A lot of times it's just smack talk the whole weekend, which is great. Other times you have conversations that can change things for you basically for the rest of your life, you know. Now if you're not sitting around the campfire with a bunch of car thieves, the only thing you're going to learn right there is how to call a lawyer, which isn't too cool. Now the thing is, when I do the Hog Zone, all I'm trying to do is take you all along on my trip. That's it. That's why I'm freewheeling with the Hog Zone. Don't know where it's going, don't know what I'm doing with it, but I'm having a good time with it. And so that's just the way it is. I'm just trying to take you along. And that's why I'm doing this little talk. It's kind of like hanging out at the campfire.
Hey guys, it's Thomas Southern Outdoors Fishing. I just want to thank Hog Zone for allowing us as YouTubers to come on your channel and tell everybody Merry Christmas. So guys, here at Southern Outdoors Fishing, Merry Christmas. Subscribe to my channel, give his video a thumbs up, come on my channel, meet me, and if you like fishing, like outdoors, you'll love my channel. Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Hog Zone. Do appreciate this opportunity. On behalf of KastKing, I want to show you this reel real quick. This is the KastKing Kodiak 4000. Awesome reel. This thing's got a gear ratio of 5:2 to 1, and great handle, very smooth, and we'll give it one cast here. That is a 1/8 ounce jig head, but it is a very smooth reel. All right guys, take care. Thank you, Hog Zone. Peace out, guys.
Hopefully I won't make this video too damn boring. That's why I put the breaks in there, because the rest of y'all, you know, chiming in saying Merry Christmas is a lot more interesting. I got my billfold out. I want to show you all something. See that? It's been in my billfold probably for better than 35 years. Now when you look at this cross, it's a sanitized version of what really happened. I mean, it's a sacrifice, but you can't understand the sacrifice because you weren't there. And for 35 years or better, this has been in my wallet. I was walking through the mall when I was a young guy. I don't know, I think it was, anyway, I was a late teenager, 19, maybe 20. And some dude walked up and handed it to me. I think he was handing them out. I don't think he was thinking I'd carry it for that long. So it stays in my billfold. But it's a sanitized version of what actually happened. Now what I'm talking about, you may not understand sanitized version of what happened. You know, you look at the cross and you say, wow, you know, look at this baseball. Yeah, a lot different. You can hear the crowd. You can hear the crack of the bat. A lot of us, you can remember spitting in your ball glove. You know, you got the carnival barkers, you know, running around going, cold beer here. You're stepping on peanuts, you know, the drunk guy down the thing yelling and screaming. It's a whole different view, and it's a baseball. That's what I'm talking about. When you see this, you can relate to it hardcore because you've been to a baseball game, you've played baseball, you've probably been beaned by baseball. So that's what I'm talking about. This isn't it's not sanitized. It's just real, and you can feel it. Now the thing is, this right here changed the world. You may not think it, you may not believe it. You look at it, you really don't think much about it, but it changed the world. I mean, there's 2.5 billion people on the planet that basically celebrate Christmas. So that's going to affect you. I don't care who you are on the planet, it's going to affect you even at the minute level, somehow, some way. And you can look at it kind of like this. You got a low-fence ranch, and you're doing, the guy next to you, he's running a dailies. You're trying to do the right thing, trying to grow the herd, make the deer bigger, and they got a day lease over there, and they're just shooting everything. Their actions, you may not even know them, are affecting you. Same thing with that. So that little cross right there, if you think about it, the guys that set up our country, they were influenced in some way, somehow, when they wrote all our laws and set up everything to make our country grow, prosper, and do its thing. Is it perfect? Nah. But if you look around the world, anybody that's, has Christmas in their culture is not too bad a place to live. I don't want to live there, but it's a lot better than, like, let's say North Korea. See the difference? It has no foundation. You got the fearless leader, I don't know, like Kim Jong something or other. And basically it's a prison camp. And then you look at China. A lot of people look at China and they're like, damn, China's prospering. Look at all the cars and the buildings they're building, and look how great they are. But China's real cool that way. But what they don't show you is the reality of it is they tell you where to work. It's a communist country. If you become a problem for China, they'll leave you in a ditch with a bullet in your head. That's just the way it is. It's a lot of flashy stuff, a lot of new buildings, but if you get back into how they actually operate, different foundation. They will just shoot you in the head if you're a problem. And then you got Dubai, the city of gold. You see Dubai, they got that world tallest building over there. They got that fancy hotel. It's beautiful. It's made of gold. I mean, you can get on Google Earth and just drive around there. Money's flying. All the VIPs are over there, all the celebrities. You will never see nothing on the news bad about Dubai. It's just the city of gold. Think about it. You just won't hear anything. You have to dig. You have to go look and see what's really behind all that gold and glitter and big buildings. See, when I look at Dubai, I'm thinking, damn, man, that's a pretty nice place. But I don't want to go there. I don't want anything to do with it, actually. Because what they don't tell you is, check this out. A month ago, this woman, a tourist, is over there, and two dudes rape her. It sucks. She goes to the police, says, hey, I was raped by two guys. They arrest her for adultery. They take her passport. Now she's stuck in that country looking at time in jail or whipping or whatever the heck they do for a crime she didn't do anything. She was attacked. I mean, come on. So that's what I'm talking about. When I look at Dubai, it has a different foundation. I don't want anything to do with that foundation, but to me, all it is it's a golden calf. It's just a total golden calf. I don't care what you have, their foundation sucks.
Let's get back to the action and follow my old buddy El Grande Dog in search of the Muy Grande.
Hey, what's up, Hog Zone fans? This is El Grande Dog from El Grande Dog Channel, and I'm just sitting here thinking, it's been since 2009 since I remember the Hog Zone Christmas special. I'd like to thank Richard for making this possible and getting everybody together, putting on the video clips. Trust me, that is not easy what he does every year. So thank you, Mr. Hog Zone guy. Make sure and check out his spice company and pick up some of those fantastic spices. Check out my YouTube channel, El Grande Dog Channel. Check out my Facebook group, Texas Outdoors Posse. And Hog Zoners, Hog Zone Killing Crew, I want to wish you, your families, a Merry, Merry Christmas and a very prosperous and Happy New Year. The Hog Zone!
Grande Huts, whack 'em and stack 'em.
Now the thing is, you can bitch and moan about our country. You can bitch about the EPA being over-regulating you. You can bitch about, not being able to smoke some dope. And you can bitch about where you're going to take a piss. Kind of strange, but that's what you can do. But the deal is you can bitch all you want, but here in this country, you got the power to change something. You're gonna have to sacrifice something, but you're gonna have, you got the power to change it. Which these other countries, you really don't. So, if you don't think it's all that great, go over to Dubai and start bitching, and then smoke your dope, and then go take a piss in the women's restroom and see how they treat you. Now, y'all, I'm leading y'all somewhere, and it's probably slow getting there, but it's just the way it is. You ever buy a new truck? Somebody, one of your friends, something you post on Facebook, hey, check out my new truck. Somebody's going to say, hey man, you're blessed. You buy a new house, hey man, you're blessed. Get a new job, man, you're blessed. You catch a big fish, kill a monster buck, you're blessed. I had to wonder about that. I always think about it, am I blessed? I don't think I'm blessed because I got a new car, a new house, and all that type of thing. I mean, if that's true, the guy with the most is the most blessed. I mean, Kim Jong-il or whoever he is, whatever the heck his name is, he'd be the most blessed guy on the planet. I mean, he owns a whole country. He's the warden. Has anything he wants. And I think all of us would have a hard time saying that that guy's blessed. I had to think about that. Is it true that, when you get something great, you're blessed? I don't know about that. I mean, when I bought my General Lee, nobody told me I was blessed. My little Econo car. It's like, damn, man, I was waiting for it too. Now you see, about being blessed, if you're blessed on your good days, don't you have to be blessed on your bad days? I mean, nobody told me when I was laying on the table with a wire run up through my arteries that I was blessed. Nobody told me Nobody told me I was blessed when I had to feed my father morphine when the cancer was eating him up. Now when those incidents were over, when I survived, hey man, you're blessed. You survived. And with my father, everybody says, it's kind of a blessing that he passed because he was suffering and, yada yada and all that type of thing. But am I blessed? Something to think about. The thing is am I more blessed than the crackhead under the bridge down there? I don't think so. I don't think I'm that important. Crackhead's got its own issues, but I guarantee this conversation happened. Let's say he bags a big old fat golf ball size rock. I guarantee this conversation happened now. He probably sat down and the crackhead next to him probably looked at him and said, damn man, you're blessed. Kind of strange, isn't it? Kind of strange. So I had to think about these things. I don't know why. It's deep fried thinking. But are we blessed? Am I blessed? It's just something to think about. Am I blessed on my good days and my bad days? You can't have one without the other, I guess. You got to think about it. After thinking about it, whether I'm blessed or whatever, I think I'm blessed for this right here because of a sacrifice. Sacrifice changed the world. I think when I was laying on that table with a wire run up through my body, I was blessed. The reason I was blessed is because of sacrifice. The reason that table was there and that hospital was there and the insurance money to pay for all that and everything else was because some guys stood up and protected the foundation, our country. Now you may not think, oh yeah, it's, you know, may not make a big deal in your life, but it actually does. I mean, you see a veteran walking around on a metal leg, you look at him and, damn man, you know, that's a sacrifice. It's a sanitized version. You weren't standing there when the gates of hell opened and changed his life. I mean, can you imagine that? And then all his buddies around him, maybe some got hurt, maybe some didn't. The ones that aren't here anymore. Sorry about that. Didn't really know where that came from, but yeah, I'm blessed. Yeah, I'm blessed because of their sacrifice. And also, I'm blessed because of the doctor that was sitting there. You know, a lot of people look at doctors and they're like, man, they make a lot of money. And they bitch and moan about it. But I don't know very many people that are going to go through 8 years of college, residency, and then if there's some type of specialist, for that kind of payoff. I mean, you're talking 12 years of education. It's a lot of sacrifice to become a doctor. Number one, you got to be smart enough to do it. Number two, you got to have the balls to do it. Can you imagine cutting somebody open, digging around in there? You know, there's a whole lot of sacrifice right there too. So you know, I don't bitch about what they're making. They deserve every penny of it. A lot of sacrifice right there. I mean, hell, it has to be a calling. I mean, like I said, I don't know very many people who put in that much work, you know, to try to save some big fat grease-eating, pack-a-day smoker, beer-drinking kind of guy laying on the table. But I guess it is pretty cool going home and saying, hey man, help save this dude's life today. Now, was I blessed when my father was sick with with cancer, and I was feeding him morphine? This is kind of a tough one. Yeah, I was blessed. If you think about it, you got to watch the whole family come together and try to do the best they could with what they had. Friends, family. Every little thing at that time is elevated. Every little action is elevated. Somebody just calls you, say, how's he doing, man? Makes a big difference. Now, the folks doing that, they didn't have to. Didn't have to do anything. You know? And after he passed away, you know, people showed up at the funeral, cards, food, all those little actions. It was a sacrifice too. They didn't have to do jack. But you see that, and no matter how little the action was, just a phone call actually makes a big difference. Just somebody cares enough to pick up the phone. So was I blessed? I think I was. Now the deal is when you really think about it, let's say you're sitting at a gas station and a sketchy dude runs up on you, you know, and he's asking for $5. You know, he has to get somewhere. You know it ain't for $5, you know, the $5 isn't to get anywhere except high. But you say, ah, damn, man, you throw him the $5, and he goes off and does his thing. Now the deal is, you just sacrificed your $5. You can kick him in the ass, tell him to get the hell away, Or you can give them $5. Well, you give them the $5, you know, you just sacrificed $5. You took a little time to do whatever for him. But the deal is that your little $5 might have kept him from driving over to the Walmart and your grandma's coming out of there and him pushing her down, breaking her hip just to get his $5. Also, you give him that $5, that might be the day that that's his last rock. That's the day he decides to change. So you sacrifice a little bit, he will never know it, you will never know it. But just a little sacrifice at the right place at the right time, however that works, makes a big, big difference. Just want to say this year I was real fortunate to have one of those campfire talks that was extremely powerful. I'll probably remember it the rest of my life. So that campfire time, it really makes a difference sometimes, and you'll never know what you'll learn. Now I'm going to wrap this up. My speaking abilities, you got illusions of grandeur in my head. Not that good of a speaker. I can talk some smack though. You can ask El Grande Dog about it. But what I want to try to do, it's Christmas time, and I just wanted you to feel a little bit more about this. It is Christmas. And what you have doesn't really matter. It's who's there. If your house burns down, you're not worried about your stuff in your house. You're just worried about that everybody in it got out. What's really important. And so, to me, Christmas is about sacrifice. And that's why I'm blessed. So you guys have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, whatever holiday you're celebrating right now. You guys have a great time, and I appreciate you watching, and hopefully next year I'll be catching some more croaker, maybe shooting a couple of hogs. We'll see what happens. It's a fun trip, so let's just go take it. Appreciate it. This is Hogs! Oh!